Hi, welcome to Fulton at Work. I'm your host, Priscilla Ortega. On today's show, we'll have a closer look at how the Housing and Human Services Department is helping families move into better living conditions. Plus, the Fulton County Fire Department honors 2 fallen firefighters by dedicating 2 new fire engines in their honor. And we'll show you around the beautiful and educational demonstration garden in South Fulton. We begin with Fulton's efforts to help families get back on their feet. It's part of the county's permanent housing program that pays a portion of families' rent. Recently, more than a dozen families were placed in an apartment complex called Regency Park. The families we talked to say they couldn't be happier with the assistance the Housing and Human Services Department has given them.
Gone through all of the things in your apartment, so everything's tagged, right?
From housing assistance to parenting classes, families who are living at the villas at the Dome are grateful for the county's help.
Without the program and the resources and the people in the program, a lot of us wouldn't have survived, and I think that a lot of the females out here need to take advantage of the program and the opportunities that the program gives.
Many of the families had lived at the villas at the Dome for about 2 years as part of the county's permanent housing program. They were given furniture and appliances to help them get back on their feet. Now they are moving to a better location.
They will have access to on-site laundry facilities. They will have a swimming pool. There's going to be a playground on the facility, and the apartments are newly renovated, so they're townhomes and in a great location.
The families were notified of the move back in December, so they had plenty of opportunity to check out the new apartments and the area. For many, this is just another small step before they become completely self-sufficient.
My next step out of this program is I'm purchasing a house next year.
Green says because of the budget workshops and counseling programs available with the Housing and Human Services, her dream is now within reach. The families told us they couldn't be happier with the move, especially since the county helped them every step of the way. Well, coming up next on Fulton at Work, the department honors 2 brave men who gave their lives, the dedication ceremony when we return. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. Fulton Fire Station number 5 and number 23 now each have a brand new fire engine. These engines are top of the line, but what makes them even more special is the fact that they are dedicated to 2 of their very own. It was a moment of remembrance and celebration.
One of the greatest tributes we can demonstrate to our fallen is through the dedication of fire engines, the equipment which firefighters ride upon daily.
Felix Roberts and Harold Hoot Gibson paid the ultimate price and died in the line of duty. Roberts answered his last call in 2007 and Gibson in 2011. Memories of the 2 were shared as the fire department marked the dedication of the new fire engines.
It gives us great pleasure and honor to see that they remembered him and his life wasn't wasted. He died doing something he loved. With that, it's just showing that they remembered him just like we remember him, and it just keeps it going, and it makes it a wonderful pleasure just to know that he gave his life doing something he loved.
County leaders, including Commissioner Rob Pitts and William Bill Edwards, were at the ceremony to show their support.
These trucks symbolize the dedication and service of these 2 men. And when these trucks are departed, these trucks will bear their names. And even after death, Hoot and Felix will continue to answer the call of this county.
The 2 new Spartan Gladiator fire engines have pumps that can extract more water from hydrants and put out fires faster. The trucks also have LED lights, which require less power and maintenance. The engines emit less emissions and the air conditioning units are more efficient. The fire engines were purchased with capital funds for about $400,000 each. Fire Chief Larry Few says that's an amazing deal for the county, especially since these engines will increase efficiency and safety for the public and crew. The average age of Fulton's fire fleet is 16 years old. Well, coming up next on Fulton at Work, the sights and sounds you will experience at South Fulton's new demonstration garden. Stay with us. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. The Department of Water Resources is inviting residents to tour the new South Fulton demonstration garden. The garden is not only beautiful, but it's also an educational tool for children and adults. How to landscape while increasing pollination and using less water. That's one of the lessons visitors of the new demonstration garden will learn.
Well, this garden actually demonstrates three aspects: water-wise landscaping, pollinators, and it also teaches about wildlife habitats. So basically we're bringing all three aspects into one garden.
The Department of Water Resources recently gave a tour of the garden to dozens of children and taught them about gardening and nature.
I learned that there are different types of plants that attract different types of animals.
The pollination helps grow strawberries, blueberries, and coffee and all that stuff.
The garden is located in front of the Camp Creek Water Reclamation Facility in South Fulton. Residents can visit the garden and learn which plants work best in different environments. They can then use those techniques in their own backyard.
Some of the areas are wetter, some of the areas are drier, and we want to show people what kind of plants they can plant in different situations. So that was part of the intention. The other intention was to plant plants that bloom at different times of years, so that helps with the pollinators that come out at different times of year, and also the birds, so that they can have flowers and fruit.
Some other highlights in the garden include 2 birdhouses, a bathhouse, a bee house, and a bench built by a very talented, aspiring Eagle Scout.
I love it. It's educational. It teaches children about nature. It's great because all this new technology, all of this, it shows how simple life can be.
The garden is a result of a settlement agreement with the Georgia Environmental Protection Division. The county was able to use a portion of the settlement funds associated with sanitary sewer overflows for the project. You are welcome to take a look at the garden with your family. The facility is located at 7472 Cochran Road in College Park. And finally, Fulton County Police bring a very popular crime fighter to meet some new young friends. McGruff, the crime-fighting dog, and a Fulton County officer visited the Bowen Bankhead Branch Library. The officer read a book to the children about how to stay safe.
Run away quickly. Don't talk to or go with people. We taught the kids today about strangers, about bullying, about gun safety, and about just staying safe overall.
A stranger is somebody you don't know, and you need to stay away from strangers because they can hurt you, and bullies can hurt your feelings.
McGruff is a superhero that police departments use around the country to make kids feel more comfortable about talking about crime. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton at Work. I'm Priscilla Ortega. We'll see you next time.